Okay, this is the final attempt, hopefully. Let's see if I can get it right. This is the full version of the Clint Pressley, Thomas Standley conversation after 20 years. And he's saying a lot of things I think the congregation and you guys should know. Only reason why I'm playing it now is because they refused to call me back, and the pastor Clint Pressley keeps preaching. So here we go. Let's see if I can get it. Let's see if I can do it this time. Yes, sir. This is Thomas Stanley, and this is who is this?
This is Clint Pressley. I returned your call.
Clint, I am so glad that you called me back. I hope that you're doing well during this season.
Yes, sir. Doing good.
That is great. Well, I tell you what, I have been through a lot over the years, and I have watched a service, and I have had such a pulling to give you a call today in regards of everything that took place back when I talked to you in the office, and I just wanted to touch base with you and to give you an update and talk to you about it and see what we can work out and to get everything fixed. Do you remember as far as who I am and when I came and talked to you that day?
No, brother, why don't you catch me up?
Well, almost 20 years ago, there was a girl, Lan Di Nugent, that had claimed that I had sexually assaulted her. And I had came to your office back then when Eddie Stamper was spreading the word in the Sunday school classes about it, and I came to you wanting to have the elders to come together and to pray about it. Do you remember this?
I don't, Thomas. 20 years ago?
Yes. Well, it was a big deal because that kind of statement and everything else is something that affects everybody. I know that all the people that I knew, I grew up in that church, and I thought it was really, it tore my heart out when all that was going on because it was a false statement. And I was hoping, because I had grew up in the church even when that church was in the fellowship hall before everything was built. I got saved there, went to SWAT with Ronnie Deal, and I love my church. I would never disrespect it, but Eddie Stamper was making statements at the Sunday school class before the facts were being found out, and was telling everybody about it. And so I got let go. And when I went to your office, I guess what really hurt me and tore my heart out was that I asked for your assistance, and I asked you what you would do, and you said that you would have done the same thing that Eddie Stamper would have done. And you didn't pray for me, you didn't do anything, and so I left completely destroyed, thinking that there was no way I was going to be able to recoup. And to be honest with you, I've never returned to a church since. I've watched some church services on television, but it crushed me. And every Christmas it comes time, because that's about when it happened. And I'm sure that you can contact Eddie Stamper about it and find out what that was about. But I guess I felt pulled to call you back because I knew that at the time that it was wrong, but I didn't know how to swallow it. Does that make sense? I couldn't understand why the church wouldn't want to do something. And my whole view of it is that I really thought that Hickory Grove Baptist Church would be at a neutral stand, and whether I was guilty or not, especially when I wasn't charged with anything. And that basically that you guys would have wanted just to pray for all of us. And that didn't happen. I lost everything. I lost all my friends in the church. I lost my church that I loved, that I'd been going to all my life. And it tore my soul out. And so I'm just calling back to just see, first of all, just to hold you accountable and just to ask you what you think about that and how you feel nowadays about giving judgment like that over somebody.
Yeah, Thomas, brother, I'm not sure that you're in a position to hold me accountable, number one. Number two, I'm having a hard time remembering what happened 20 years ago. Were you accused of assaulting someone?
Yes, sir. It was Lan Di Nugent. She was a member of the church like I was. And she had gone to the Sunday school class, and Eddie Stamper, his Sunday school class, he announced it to everybody. So I came in on that She said she made the claim. Well, the claims were made in Concord Police Department with under Detective Landers, and was being reviewed and everything else. But Eddie Stamper jumped the gun, and that's why I came to you, because I wanted him. I wanted you to cease and desist, help him cease and desist what he was doing until things were figured out. And that, you know what I'm saying? Because I mean, once that gets spread, you can't take it back. And
Right.
And so, I guess I'm not necessarily holding you completely responsible, other than just not protecting me at the time for not telling him to stand down. And when you made the comment that you would be doing the same thing that Eddie Stamper would be doing, and it shocked me. I didn't know what to do, and I closed down emotionally and spiritually a lot, because I had to put it in a room and close the door because it hurt me so bad.
I see.
And I think that in a church, that is very important, especially the pastor, that he remains neutral, and that, because even if I was guilty of it, I think that the church still needs to stay neutral while the charges and everything are being brought up, and that you have a chance to witness to that person, that you have a chance to talk to them. That if this guy, somebody's raping somebody, that you would want to. That is the perfect time to start talking to them. Would you not agree?
If somebody is what?
If somebody had raped somebody, and somebody had done something like that to anybody, that you would want a chance to be able to talk to that person and witness to them. And
yeah, no, our approach would be to remove that person, make sure he doesn't come back to church ever.
Even if you didn't know if it was true or not?
We would hold it. If there was an accusation, we would wait till we had something by way of conviction. But if there's an accusation and it's backed up, we don't necessarily need it to be some sort of assault. We have an obligation here at the church to react quickly.
So I'm guessing the understanding that if the accusation hasn't been verified.
Hey brother, what are you looking for today? I'm glad to talk to you. I can't remember even this happening. What do you want from me today?
I guess I just wanted to see what the stand was with the church and with you, and just to verify.
Stand on what? Because I don't even remember.
What would be your stand? What would be? Let's just replay the whole system. I came into your office today and said, "Hey, I've just been accused of raping a girl in the church, and it hasn't been proven. And what can you do for me to get in the elders? And there's a guy in Sunday school class spreading the word to a Sunday school class when it hasn't been proven. Can you help me?
Yeah.
What would your stand be today?"
Yeah, we would do an investigation on it.
And what would you do about the person spreading the word?
Find out if it's true.
What would you do about the person who's the head of the Sunday school?
Hey, brother, I'm done. I think I'm done with this conversation, Thomas.
Why is that?
I'm sorry.
Hey,
because I can't recall any of this.
I'm not asking you to. I mean, if you can't recall it, I'm not asking you to recall it, because you can verify by calling out Eddie Stamper about when it happened.
I'm not going to verify and track this down, brother. I am sorry that you had such a hard time. I hope that you'll soon get back to church somewhere.
Well, I have a name of.
You're not gonna find the answers you're looking for in this conversation.
Well, let me ask you this: can you do this for me? Can you contact Detective Landers in Concord, North Carolina? He can be tracked down. He was in charge of that. He told me that he was closing the case, that Lan Di Nugent didn't know the difference between feeling bad about something and being sexually assaulted, and they closed it down, especially when I asked for a lie detector test for her to take and for me to take. And he knows everything when it happened and the time.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that.
Why wouldn't you want to find out? Because
it's not any more of our business. It's 20 years ago. You need to let that go.
Okay, well, how can I let it go when it's impacted everything in my life, and spiritually and everything, and all these people believed it because nobody said anything about it? What are you going to do about that?
It doesn't sound like I'm going to do anything about it, Thomas.
Okay, what about Eddie Stamper spreading it and defamation of character and everything else? What do you want to do? Are you going to call him?
I actually don't know Eddie anymore. I have been away for 20 years. I hadn't seen talking.
When you said that you've been away for 20 years, what do you mean you've been away from the church preaching?
Well, you're talking about something that happened in 2000 and what?
I mean, almost.
I don't know when it happened.
Well, he can tell you, I can assure you, and I can get a specific date.
I left Hickory Grove in 2004, and I've been back.
Testing. So that's it. The rest of the tape got knocked off a little bit, but I was just trying to let them know as I was gonna. I asked him how to step down from the pulpit until we get it cleared up, and he said he wasn't going to do that. And I can never seem to get him to pick up the phone now or even return a call. So I'm kind of fed up with it. I think I've tried to follow it one way and just trying to keep it undercover and keep it between us. But I'm seeing that his ethics are just a little bit messed up too much, that I think we just need to just get a new pastor, because he's leading this church and the members off a cliff, feeling like he's a judge. So anyway, I'm leaving that to you. I appreciate you listening to it, and you can respond, and please subscribe to this channel so I can keep doing my work that God leads me to do, and informing the public of what I find for free all the time, no charge or anything. But I do ask your support in keeping this streaming going, and this site going, and maybe it'll touch somebody. Maybe we can make a change and save a life. Talk to you guys soon, and please pray Psalms 91 for your family every day. That is something that you have to do. I'll stop talking. I'll talk to you then. Bye.